Hello, 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 and welcome back to Mondays with Matt. I am absolutely ecstatic and delighted to have you here. For those of you who are joining us live or on the replay, what's up? Give us a one. Let me know you're excited to be here for Mondays with Matt. And those of you watching on Facebook, welcome. We're so delighted to have you. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, welcome to my new channel, Shift Happens. I am so delighted to have you. If you're new, take a second, hit that little subscribe button, and don't forget to click the little bell. I'm always uploading new content, and you want to get notified when I'm doing it. That's right, y'all. For those of you watching on Facebook, I have launched a new YouTube channel, Shift Happens, where I'm uploading all of my Mondays with Matts after I record them live. And it's an opportunity for you to connect with old Mondays with Matts and new ones and watch them wherever and however you want. So it's a lot of fun. Hi, Valerie. Hi, everybody who's hopping on live. Say hi. Let me know you're excited to be here because I am so excited to have you, Heather Haruska Kasperson. And for those of you who may not know me for some crazy reason, my name is Matt Schaefer. I'm a transformational speaker and coach for women. I coach women around empowerment, connection, and relationship. I am absolutely obsessed with the work that I do and my incredible clients and students, my magnet community with hundreds of women around the world. And yeah, it's just a blessing to be here in this container with you. This is my weekly container, my weekly show, Mondays with Matt. This is a live, dynamic, co-creative experience that I have been doing every week since January 2nd of 2017. Yes, you heard me right. I have not missed a week in over 3 years. And I wasn't going to start this week. So hi, y'all. And just so you know, this is a conversation, right? The way that this show works is I basically have a topic. I have a theme that I come up with literally right before I go on the air. So it really is always something that's alive for me. It's organic for me. And then we have a co-creative conversation around this topic. So I really do want your feedback. I want you to respond with me. We build this show together, and that's part of what makes it such a powerful experience. And so to Dana, Fosca, to everybody watching, to one of my magnets, if you could go ahead and share us over to all of our magnet groups. Fosca, if you could do that, or Dana, or somebody, I would so appreciate it. And we're going to dive into this topic because, as you may know, here in the United States, it is Thanksgiving week. It is Thanksgiving week. And so I figured, what better time to beat that beloved dead horse but really just dig into the concept of gratitude in a deeper way. And this is just a weird question that I want to start off with. Hi, Cynthia and Nicola. This is a weird question I want to start off with. But for how many of you, when you hear the term gratitude, do you just sort of do this internal eye roll? Or this like it's almost triggering because it's such a cliche, the concept of gratitude. Right? Give me a one if is it just me? Or does anyone else hear about the concept of gratitude and almost just be like, oh my God, really? Oh yeah, Dana says, what's the topic? Oh, I am Canadian. Yeah, even you Canadians, you do think, doesn't Canada have a Thanksgiving where y'all eat a moose or something? Is there a Canadian Thanksgiving a thing where y'all eat moose with gravy, poutine gravy? Yeah, bake a moose. Is that a thing? I don't know what you Canadians do for Thanksgiving or what you're thanking people for, but but yeah, and here's the thing, I'm not trying to poo-poo on gratitude. I think gratitude is profoundly important, and I think gratitude is sort of as a cohesive force in our lives. And so what I want to do in this talk, Fosca says, I used to feel that way about gratitude, not so much since I met you. Trina says, I thank God for everything in my life daily. Boom. Dana says, yes, not so much anymore. I love it. So I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so glad to hear that you guys are already revitalizing your relationship with gratitude. I know I have, but I know for a long time when I was told to be grateful, you should be grateful for what you have. Like when my mom would tell me growing up, or, self-help gurus would say, gratitude is the basis of everything. But I wasn't happy about the state of my life. I was in a state of dis-ease about the state of my life. Just hearing that I was supposed to feel grateful about my life would be triggering to me. It would be triggering to me. So I think it's really important as a starting point for this conversation to look at the feelings that come up around the subject of gratitude. Because I think the deeper we can connect with gratitude in our life, the more powerful magnets we become to everything we want in this world. Gratitude is this cohesive force that allows us to draw towards us more of what we want in the world. When we are grateful for what we have, when we are grateful for the world that exists around us, what does that do? It brings us into the present moment. When we can be grateful, deeply and profoundly grateful for who we are and for what we have around us, not because we're playing the comparison game with other people, not because there are starving kids in China, not because, we're grateful for what we have because, other people don't have things, right? This is a very important thing, is that the energy that we have around the subject of gratitude determines the type of gratitude that I think is either going to be expansive or sort of like fearfully based, right? When gratitude is coming from fear, oh my God, I'm glad I have a meal to eat because some people don't have a meal to eat. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing to think or feel, but I'm saying I don't want gratitude to be coming from fear of, oh my God, I'm grateful for this because someday I may not have it. I'm grateful for this because so many people don't have this. This is why, the concept of gratitude, I think the energy that we get to embody around gratitude is pure, blissful, present appreciation for what it is that we have. Can you appreciate the life that you have right now? Can you appreciate the fact that you are here in this body that is functioning, that you are here on this show connecting with me, that you have the people in your life that you love, that you are on this beautiful journey called life with so many fellow incredible students and clients of mine and so many like-minded souls and spirits in this world? Can you just be present and appreciative of what that is and thankful for the blessings that you have in this world, right? That's the energy of gratitude that I want to that I want to impel you towards. Like Dana says, I'm making more sales so far thanks to flipping my money beliefs. What a beautiful thing to be grateful for, right? What a beautiful thing to be thankful about. There are so many blessings that are being showered upon us at all times that we just become desensitized to, that we just become so numb to, right? I mean, and I want you to imagine this. This is a quote that I love, right? Is that, remember that time 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when you were craving what you have, what you're taking for granted right now. Look at the life you have right now and think back to when the life that you have right now was just a dream. Remember how much you wished that you could have. Remember 2, 3, 4, 5, however many years ago, how you were so deeply craving whatever it is you have right now that you may or may not be taking for granted right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm as guilty of it as anybody. It's the nature of human psychology that as soon as we get something, we almost reflexively begin taking it for granted, right? Like even a year and a half ago, I'm recording videos in my sister's bedroom, trying not to wake my mom up a year ago, living in my parents' house. And I'm sitting here, sweating it out in a poorly ventilated side bedroom in my mom's house, and I'm like, oh my God, if I only had my own space, right? If I only had my own space to record, how great would that be? Oh my gosh, all my troubles would be over if I just had more room. Now I have my own three bedroom, 2-bath house with a studio and a gym space and all the space in the world. And I'm sitting here, looking around, it's just become normal, right? And how about for me right now, just grounding in gratitude for the fact, oh my God, I have my own studio. I don't have to keep my voice down because I'm afraid of waking up my mom 7 feet away from me in her bedroom, I built my entire business and my YouTube channel in that environment. right? And so when I find gratitude for where I'm at right now, and I can deeply appreciate, my God, look at, what I've been able to create in the last year, and I say, how was I able to create this? I was able to create this from being in my parents' house, just grinding away relentlessly in a very small, very confined environment. What can I create from this space? If I could create that there, what can I create now from this platform with this much space and this much time, right? And where did that all come from? It all started with me getting grounded in gratitude for what I have right now. So I'd love for y'all to put in the comments as we're going through this. This is an ongoing Matt challenge. I'd love to start a rampage of appreciation, a rampage of gratitude, right? For what it is that you are grateful for in your life. And I'm talking about, it could be from the most mundane thing, like how amazing your eyelashes are, Melissa Benedetti. Or whatever it is, up to the most profound, right? Just the fact that I'm still breathing, given what it is that I've gone through in my life, the mistakes that I've made, the journey that I've been on. It was not a guarantee that I was going to make it. There were a lot of times where I could have gone off the cliff and never come back out. So what are you grateful for? Valerie says sisterhood. I love that. Yeah, community. Community is a huge thing I'm grateful for. This vibrant, dynamic community that I'm telling you, 2 years ago, this was a dream. 2 years ago, as I sat there, was wishing that I had 10 one-on-one clients, If I could just have 10 one-on-one clients, then I could have some degree of freedom to, live the life that I want, right? And then as my vision grew, I said, oh my God, I would love to create, through my YouTube channel, a vibrant community of hundreds and thousands of huge-hearted women that are all committed to growth and transformation and living their best life and stepping into their deepest and most profound possibility. That was my dream. And now look, it's a reality. Every single one of you is a testament to that. The work that we've done together, the breakthroughs that we've had together, the journey that we've been on together, the tears that we've shed, all of the beautiful blessings that we've experienced together, right? This is one of the most ultimate things that I'm grateful for in my life, is each and every one of you and the journey that we've been on together, the shockwave that we've created, the shockwave of love that we've created in the world. It's such a blessing, and I'm so profoundly grateful for that. Meryl says, connecting in the time of COVID, surviving 2020. Carmela says, I'm grateful for my brother. Dana says, this amazing course. Drina says, when I was told I would not live to my birthday, I learned what was most important in life, to be thankful for the littlest moments, not things. That's beautiful. And what I want to say, Drina, is you can be thankful for things, but being thankful for moments and experiences is really a deeper level of gratitude and appreciation. I agree with that, and I love that. But I think we can be grateful for all of it. You can be thankful for a beautiful watch. There's nothing wrong with celebrating and being thankful for things. But when we're exclusively thankful for things, at the expense of people and experiences, when we have tunnel vision and the only thing we're grateful for is our stuff, and we take for granted the people and the experiences and the journey of our lives, that's when gratitude starts to go sideways, when gratitude starts to go squirrely. You know what I'm saying? Heather says, this wonderful community of amazing people. Boom. Melissa says, I'm grateful for you, Matt, and every lady in here. Oh, thank you, Melissa. I appreciate that. Valerie McNee says, your leadership. Thank you, Valerie. I appreciate that. And sisterhood. Boom! Nivdita says, grateful for the warmth I feel from everyone and within me. Exactly, Nivdita, because everybody around you and the warmth you're feeling for them is a mirror for you. It's a mirror for your own warmth. It truly, truly is. So one of the greatest blessings we have is the support and the tribe and the love that we're all creating for each other, right? And so here's the thing. It's not just being grateful for the thing. This whole concept of what I want to do in this live is deconstructing gratitude. So not only do we get to be grateful for a beautiful variety of things and experiences and people and dynamics in our lives, but then I also want you to ask yourself, why are you grateful for that thing? Let's take our gratitude down another level. Why are you grateful for this community? Why are you grateful for me? Why are you grateful for your family, for the opportunities that you've had, right? I'm grateful for this community and this tribe because the reason that I'm grateful for that is because like it's an embodiment and a deep expression of my purpose in this world. It is the physical impact, it's the physical manifestation of my commitment to making a difference in this world. Like, why am I grateful for my dogs? Because they bring me joy, because it helps me embrace that nurturing side of who I am, right? It helps me be a father in whatever cute little way that it is to take care of my dogs, you know? I feel like it's helping to teach me to take care of other creatures in a meaningful, loving way, and that's gonna make me a better father, right? So why are you grateful? This is what really helps us deepen that gratitude and take it out of that surface level that can trigger some of us, right? Like why I'm grateful to be a coach. I'm grateful to be a coach because it allows me to leverage my gifts and my talents to meaningfully create massive change in the lives of the people that I've committed my life to. Like when I was being an attorney, when I owned a restaurant, I was able to leverage my gifts to some extent, but nowhere near what I'm doing now. This is me getting to like take what my zones of genius are, what lights me up, and just like infuse it into people and laser it into people to facilitate massive change for them. What a blessing that is. What a joy, what a gift that is. This is me using 100% of my gifts to create 100% impact in the world. This is what alignment looks and feels like. That's why I'm grateful to be a coach. That's why I'm so grateful and so blessed to be able to share my light with you every week and see it reflected back to me in the freedom and the breakthroughs and the joy and the growth and the expansion that y'all are having in your lives. I recognize my own divinity and through the experience that I share with you. This is my church. This is my sacred experience, is me sharing this work with you on a daily, weekly basis. Every class of this work that I launch and that I bring out into the world and that I share with this incredible group of women is a sacred experience for me. And it is me, I truly feel, being a conduit for why I've been put on this earth from a higher level. Does that make sense? Give me one if you're all on board with this, you know? And let me see some, Courtney says, when I notice the scars on my legs, I give thanks for what a vibrant and adventurous life I've had. Oh my gosh. And see, and this brings up, Courtney brings up an awesome point. And sort of where I wanted to go next with this whole process, right? Is like, once we do the easy, not the easy work, but the obvious work, right? Of recognizing all the beautiful things in our life, all the beautiful experiences, all the beautiful people, all the beautiful journeys that we've been on, all the tangible stuff, right? And we're grateful for that. We're grateful for that, and we connect with why we're grateful for that. The next level of gratitude, the next layer deeper of this is: can you be grateful for the things that drive you crazy? Can you be grateful for the things that used to make you sad? Can you be grateful for the things that frustrate you? Can you find thanks? Can you find the blessing for the things in your life that challenge you? That is where gratitude gets super ninja. Because if you can find a way to be grateful for the whole spectrum of experiences in your life, not just the ones that feel good, not just the ones that naturally make you happy or make your ego happy, that's when gratitude becomes a tool for massive life transformation. And as we approach this Thanksgiving, I would love for you to look at your life and look at the things that are have frustrated you up until now. Look at the injuries that you may be experiencing. Look at the chronic pain that you may have. Look at the people in your life that trigger you, that are challenging you. Look at the dates that are frustrating you, and ask yourself, where can I find the gratitude for that? What can I do? Like, where is the blessing in that? Because truly, if we are able to recognize and embrace that the present moment is perfect, which it always is, that everything you are experiencing right now is a blessing. Everything that you're experiencing right now is something to be grateful for. The only question is, do you have the courage and the patience and the open-mindedness to figure out what that is? Can you withhold judgment? Can you release the label of this experience as a bad experience, of this person as a frustrating, irritating, obstinate, annoying person, right? Can you let go of your judgment of a situation as a pain in your ass or as in something that's bad, and instead ask yourself, what is the blessing that this experience is sharing with me in my life? Because I've had experiences in my life over and over and over that have in that moment been so incredibly and profoundly challenging, but that have led me to the greatest breakthroughs, the greatest expansion, and the greatest growth in my entire life, right? For an entire year, y'all, when I was in college, for an entire year, because I took too many drugs in college, I destroyed the muscles in my face and I could not talk for more than 5 seconds for an entire year of my life. During that year, that was a very challenging situation. But you know what I did? I found gratitude for that experience. I couldn't talk to anybody. I was sitting in my room, forced to just sort of reflect on myself and my life because I didn't have a choice. And it was in that time, it was in that vacuum that I decided to go to law school and become an attorney, right? Because someone that I knew got accepted to law school. And I was like, oh, I'm at least as smart as she is. I could probably go to law school too. An entire new world of possibility opened up to me. And the only reason I was even present enough to see it was because I had injured myself so badly that I had cut out all the other noise in my life. So that situation ended up being an incredible blessing. Just like Valerie says, I'm grateful for my life experiences that have brought me to this moment. And if you can find the gratitude for your past, if you can find the gratitude for your mistakes, the blessing in every, spilled drop of blood, in every tear that you've shed, the blessing and the perfect, just divine architecture of it all, you will be amazed at how your life shifts. You'll be amazed at how your life shifts as you transform your relationship with your past to one of victimhood and anger and resentment and bitterness into gratitude and love and profound joy. Like, powerful statement, Debs. Deb says, rape didn't happen to me, it happened for me. Tell us more, Debs. Why? How was that rape happening for you? Like, what blessings did that bring into your life? This is a perfect example, right? I have had crippling injuries. I have had catastrophic obstacles. I've had my entire life blow up or melt down a handful of times. And as I look back, every one of those experiences was absolutely perfect. It was exactly what needed to happen. Right? Because when you reach a point of terminal misalignment, when you become so far out of alignment with who you are, with what you're destined to be doing in this world, it's almost like your life has to blow up. Things like you reach a point where there has to be a massive cosmic realignment, And I've gotten to that point many times in my life. My most painful moments, my most savage situations, my most savage, chaotic periods of my life were my greatest teachers and were the deepest catalysts for my growth and expansion as a person. So this is gratitude at the next level, y'all. Can you look at those heartbreaking, tragic, deeply the rape, the disloyalty, the partner cheating on you, the divorce, the heartbreak, the losing the things that you held most dear in that moment in time? And can you find the blessing within them? I was going to release a book. This is funny. I had an idea for a book called Find the Blessing. And it was going to be like a compilation book of stories of different people who had had incredible, unbelievable, astonishing hardship. And because of that, they had found God, or they had found they had found enlightenment, right? So Deb said, her rape happened for her because it created beautiful alignment for her, and she met her soul tribe because of it. Look at that. That's incredible, right? That's what that experience brought her to, right? It helped her come into alignment with herself and then find other people who were also in alignment with the growth and the expansion and the beauty that she was meant to move towards and create in her life, right? That's sometimes what hardship and suffering does for us, right? Suffering is in many ways, like our suffering is sacred. And that's a quote straight from Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. And if you have not read that book, please read that book. Sacred is suffering, or suffering is sacred, right? And your unique path and the challenges that you will face on it are your greatest teachers. And looking back on all those experiences that you've had, and maybe some of the ones you're having right now, or some of the ones that you're going to be having moving forward, can you look at them with deep, profound gratitude and appreciation and thankfulness for who you got to become in the process of moving through them, how you got to grow, what you got to work through in your life. And I'm not saying they weren't painful, and I'm not saying that at the time you weren't gnashing your teeth, and maybe now, you're gnashing your teeth and you're frustrated and you're pissed off, right, for all of what's coming up for you and how much pain you're experiencing. But somewhere down there is gratitude. There is thankfulness that is waiting to be unlocked by you. If you can just get your ego out of the way, if you can get your judgment out of the way, if you can get your heart into it and recognize that everything is always happening for you, nothing is ever happening to you. All the experiences of your life, the good, the bad, and the ugly, are all here to teach you and help you grow and help you learn more about yourself and help you learn more about other people, and are all just little steps on your expansive path as an individual. If you can look at every experience of your life with thankfulness and gratitude and joy and love and open-mindedness and consciously release the judgment that you're reflexively wanting to experience to everything on just a minute-by-minute, day-by-day basis, holy crap, you will become so much more present. You'll become so much more expansive. You'll become so much more joyful and so much more free. Your life will change infinitely because you will become the sole uncontested author of your life. You will be looking at your life with curiosity and empowerment and groundedness and presence rather than victimhood and disempowerment. That is what lies for you when you embrace gratitude. That is what awaits you when you make a conscious choice to be thankful. Okay? You always have a choice. Victimhood is a choice. So is gratitude. Disempowerment and hopelessness is a choice. So is thankfulness and appreciation. You're always making choices, and those choices have an impact in your life. They will have a consequence. There is an energy frequency attached to these choices that you make. And so the question I have for you, right, is what kind of life do you want to have? Do you want to have a life that is a celebration? Do you want to have a life that is a present, grounded, expansive journey of you constantly coming into alignment with what it is that you want and then creating and discovering more things and moving forward like that? Or do you want to have a life rooted in fear? Do you want to have a life rooted in victimhood and disempowerment where you take everything that you're getting for granted? Because when you take things for granted, guess what happens? You don't learn from them. When you take things for granted, you don't appreciate anything. You're not grateful for anything. And then you don't get more of it. Are you with me? Give me a 1 if you're on board with me, okay? Vayara says, this concept transferred my life many years ago when I was suicidal, and it's just an amazing way to look at life because then the lowest lows are not that low. Exactly. It's like, there is no such thing. Like all your lowest low is a platform off of which you can jump. All right? The lowest low is nothing more than a platform off which you can jump into something new. It truly is. Laura says, I can't find the blessing yet in losing my husband. And don't put pressure on yourself, Laura. I'm not trying to force anyone to try to flip a switch and be happy for the tragedies of their lives. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying, though, is that someday you will be able to look back and you will be able to find gratitude and thankfulness for the tragedies of your life. And all I'm asking you now is be open in the pain that you're experiencing. Be open for the possibility of what this experience has to teach you. I'm not saying you have to be joyful about it. I'm not saying you have to be thankful about it. I'm not saying you have to celebrate this awful loss, this terrible thing that's happened to you, right? All I'm saying is that there are lessons for you within this experience that you're having in your life, right? There is growth that is available for you if you have the courage to be open to it. That's all I'm saying here, okay? Deb says, you need a beautiful painting in your life, Matt Schaefer. All right, let's do it. Are you saying my backdrop's not cutting the mustard? Carmela says, a terrible breakup in April brought me to this group and helped me unload so much emotional garbage. There you go. And you have no idea, Carmela, how many times I've heard that story, right? That it was this breakup, or it was this abusive partner, or it was this rock bottom moment that led to me connecting with you. And from that, so much beauty and so much growth and so much expansion has happened, you know? Like for me, my moment, my rock bottom moment, right, was when I woke up not breathing in my sleep the third time at 30 years old from a combination of Oxycontin and benzos, Xanax, and alcohol. I was on a continual roller coaster ride of opiates and benzos and alcohol just to try to numb myself to the pain of a life that wasn't working. I was taking everything in my life for granted. I had no gratitude for anything. I was so bitter and so angry about my life. But it was when I was faced with my own death, that third time I woke up not breathing in my sleep, and I realized I have two choices here. I can either start to figure out why my life isn't working and find a way to love myself again, find a way to step back into gratitude, or I can die. That's it. Those are the only two options I have here, you know? And I wasn't willing to sacrifice my life for my pain. I wasn't willing to do that. And so truly, like that rock bottom moment, that moment of deepest pain and deepest suffering was what I needed to experience. I'm so grateful. I am so thankful for that moment because it was that moment that led me to finally wake up and realize what the hell was at stake here. I had drifted so far away from who I was that I was ready to just go off the abyss and lose it all. And I needed to feel that level of pain in order to be like, you know what? I have to look at myself. I got to figure this out because I'm out of choice. I'm out of chances. And I knew that. And so what a blessing that moment was. What a blessing those pills were that I put up my nose. What a blessing that 6-pack of whatever was that I drank. What a blessing that nearly dying in my sleep, my throat closed up. What a blessing that my throat closed up. And then I woke up, choking for breath, covered in sweat, on the verge of Heath Ledgering myself. What a fucking beautiful moment that was, because it opened the door for me to begin looking at myself. And then from there, I discovered personal development. I found a mastermind. Just one beautiful serendipitous experience after another happened as I set a powerful intention to move in a different direction. And none of that would have happened without the blessing of that terrible, terrible experience. You see? And that's just one of a multitude of these experiences, okay? Debs, I don't bring people on Mondays with bad. It's always been solely my thing, so just an FYI. Diana says, I joined a pageant and won Miss CA Plus American 2017. Get it, Diana? I love it. Yeah, exactly. Melissa says, I refer to my past life as the Heath Ledger cocktail. Yeah, I'm telling you. And that's the thing. We have those moments in our lives, and maybe you're in one right now. Maybe you just lost your husband. Maybe you've had this bottom out moment. Maybe you're having this bottom out moment in your life right now. I'm not sitting here saying that you have to force yourself to understand it and find the meaning. As I've talked about in previous shows, right, is that, the dots won't always make sense looking forward. You won't be able to connect the dots looking forward while you're in the middle of them. You sure as hell, though, will be able to connect them looking back. You get to have faith that this will all make sense as you look back upon it, as long as you strive to stay present, to stay in alignment, and stay grateful and thankful for the blessings that are currently being showered upon you, no matter what they look and feel like. Are you with me on this? This is the essence of gratitude. So what are the steps? What are the steps of gratitude here? Steps of gratitude are to look at the full spectrum of events, situations, experiences, people, and things in your life. Don't feel bad being grateful for things. You can be grateful for your car. I'm grateful for this house. I'm not obsessed with my stuff. But don't feel bad about being grateful for the things that you have in your life. Don't feel bad for being grateful about your beautiful partner, right? Or your adorable dogs, or the people around you, or your watch. Someone's asking, will this be recorded to listen to later? Yes, this is going to be live. This is going to stay on my Facebook page. I'm also going to be uploading it to YouTube. So just identify the people, places, things, experiences that you currently have in your life, in the present moment that you are grateful for. And then once you identify all those things, I want you to ask, and you recognize that you're grateful for them. I want you to go a layer deeper, and I want you to ask yourself, why are you grateful for them? What is it about that person, place, thing, experience, watch, spouse, child, dog, whatever it is? Why is that something you're grateful for? How does it make you feel? How is it a reflection of your best self? How does it give an opportunity? How is it a representation of how far you've come? For me, this house and where I live and what I've created, it is a representation of the journey of what it is that I have committed my life to over the past 2 years. 2 years ago, I was, I had a lease expiring in Texas. I had no money. I had no business. All I had was a commitment and an intention and a desire to make a difference in the world, and a desire to have 10 one-on-one clients. And I followed that desire and I followed that intention to a global impact and a business that's helped over 10,000 women around the world in 50 countries. Just one step at a time. And this house and living here in Portland and having, what I have now, which is still just the beginning of my journey, but it's a representation and a recognition of me following my purpose, right? And I'm grateful for that. I'm thankful for that. And I invite you to look around at your life, look around at the physicality of what's around you, find your gratitude for it, and then dig deeper and ask yourself, why are you so profoundly grateful? Why is this such a blessing? And then take it to another level and look at all the things that are driving you crazy in your life right now and ask yourself, how is this a blessing for me? How is this a teacher for me? How is this a joyful representation of exactly what I need to hear, see, or experience right now? And then look to your past. Because one of the most deep and incredible things we can do is find gratitude for the events of our past. Release all the judgment, all the beat up, all the pain, all the guilt, all the fear, all the victimhood for the mistakes that we've made, for the trauma that we've experienced. Debs just said, her rape happened for her because that trauma got her to work on herself. It connected her with this incredible community of aligned women. It has connected her with her soul family. Her rape happened for her. How powerful is that? My overdose happened for me because you know what? The present moment is perfect. The present moment that we are all experiencing and we are all sharing together is perfect. And the only reason you are living this present moment right now is because of every event that you have experienced up until now. So every experience you have had, every in my case, every pill that I've put up my nose, every self-destructive decision that I've made, every joy, every triumph, every sorrow, every suffering, everything I've experienced was absolutely perfect because it led me to this moment, this beautiful moment, 3 days before Thanksgiving. And you know what? I'm not waiting until Thanksgiving to give thanks for it. I am thanking God for this moment right now. And I am thanking God for every single one of you in my life right now. And I am so deeply thankful and grateful for this crazy, wild ride of my life and this wonderful, profound journey that we've been on that's brought us all together. There are no accidents in our lives. There are no accidents. There are no mistakes. The whole concept of a mistake is something our ego does to try to punish us for the decisions that we make, right? Release all this beat up that you have around yourself for the mistakes that you've made, okay? Where you are at is perfect. Who you are right now is perfect. Allow me to be a mirror, a thankful, grateful mirror for your perfection right now. You are enough. And no matter where you are in your life, no matter what you're experiencing, no matter how you're feeling right now, it's perfect. It's happening for you. And that as long as you can adopt that, as long as you can get really quiet and really present and see and feel and experience that for yourself, you will be amazed at where your life will move forward from here. Are you with me? Are you on board with this? Give me a 1 if you're on board with this. Matt Challenge. Look at your life. Look at everything happening around you, everything you've created. Find the gratitude for it. Find your thankfulness for it. And then look at why. Why are you thankful for it? Go deeper. Connect with yourself and ingrain in yourself and integrate in for yourself why all these beautiful, miraculous things in your life are absolutely the greatest blessings that you've ever had. And then go deeper and look at, why are all the challenges you're having right now your perfect experience? The suffering that you're experiencing right now is your greatest sacred teacher. And all the mistakes and trauma and painful experiences of your past are absolute miracles because each one of them brought you to this moment, and the present moment is perfect. Are you with me? Give me a 1, y'all. Laura's on board. Marion's on board. Betsy's with us. Amen. Dana's here. Valerie's here. Julie Wallace. Dawn Crow. Charlene. Diana. Just be. Exactly. Just be. Just be in gratitude. Just be in presence. Just be joyful. Just be free. Free yourself from the judgment of your past. Free yourself from the judgment of who you think you should be. Because who you are right now is something to be thankful for. Who you are right now is the thing that you get to be the most grateful for of anything happening in your life. Courtney says, being in the now means being aware of your being. Yeah, exactly. If you are truly living in the present moment, then you are connected to the present moment, to who you are, to everything that exists around you. And that's where the magic of life is always happening. Nothing exists. The future has yet to happen, and the past is a distant memory. All that exists is this ever-renewing present moment that we're living in. And if we can find the gratitude for that, the miracles that will shower down upon us are just literally infinite in nature. Okay, so I hope that you're able to take this, right? Take what we've been talking about today and find a deeper level of gratitude in your life, right? A deeper level of gratitude for the perfection of this present moment, for the perfection of the people around you, for the perfection of now, for the perfection of everything that's happened to you up until now. I give you permission to stop being so fucking hard on yourself. I'm giving you permission to let go of all of it and just be. Be thankful, okay? Are you with it? Sarah Flip is on board. Yeah, thank you, COVID. Oh, there are so many reasons COVID is a blessing. I'm not even going to get into that. Well, I can do a whole other show on that. But I think COVID is exactly what we needed. I think what we needed societally and cosmically and energetically. That's a whole other bag of nuts that I don't even have time to get into right now. Michelle Mart says, do you have any books you recommend on what you spoke about today, gratitude? Michelle Mart, I mean, just off the top of my head, The Power in Now by Eckhart Tolle is hugely powerful. Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl is a really important book. What are some other great gratitude books? There's so many gratitude books, but there's a million of them out there. Valerie says, love yourself as you love others. Yeah, exactly, Valerie. I'm on board with that 100%. But yeah, straight up, like COVID for me has been one of the most important and most transformational blessing experiences of my life, right? It actually reminds me a lot of when I lost my ability to talk for a year, right? I had to go into basically isolation for a year. I had to go into a reflective process that helped me unpack why my life isn't working and get present with myself and reflect on my past. And in that time, I recognized an opportunity and a possibility for my life that I guarantee you I wouldn't have seen otherwise. I wouldn't have found it. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, there is so much possible, right, in silence and in presence. You will see opportunities. You will be aware of miracles opening up for you that otherwise you wouldn't be. All right, so I hope you spend this week practicing deep, conscious, present gratitude. Get below the surface and don't bring the energy of fear and scarcity and comparison into gratitude, right? Just be soulfully and groundedly, powerfully thankful and appreciative for all the blessings that you have, no matter how they felt, no matter how they're feeling. Everything is possible all the time if you operate from a space of presence and loving, thankful gratitude. Okay? Thank you all so much for stopping by for Mondays with Matt. If you're here in the US or somewhere in the world celebrating Thanksgiving, I hope that you get to have a socially distanced Thanksgiving with people that you love, or you Zoom with them while you eat turkey alone in your living room. We're never alone, y'all. We're always connected, all right? April Stewart, hi, sweetheart. So nice to see you. Thank you, Sarah Flip. Thank you, Debs. Thank you to all you amazing souls for joining me, not just on this live, but joining me in my purpose, joining me on my life's journey. All of you are absolute miracles in my life and truly a reflection of the relentless work that I've done over the last 2 years to make a difference in the world. Thank you for being a part of that with me. Happy Thanksgiving. So much love to each and every one of you. And I will see you next week on Mondays with Matt. Lots of love. Bye-bye.